What's going on, Titans fans, Titans Nation, football lovers out there? We are back with another episode of the Right Titans podcast. We are your hosts, J Maul,
Trigger Trey.
and we are here to talk about all the games that are coming up this Sunday. And we got a full lineup. We got some really good games that we're going to talk about. Speaking of which, side note, we got 21 subscribers, so appreciate all the love and support. If you haven't watched any of our videos, if you want to like, share, comment, subscribe, please do so. Two Tone Blue Studios, what's up? We appreciate you tuning in today. We really do enjoy the love, and just a shout out to y'all. Tighten up. But yeah, if y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, we were just going to do a quick little pick 'em for today. That way we can go ahead and set your fantasy football lineup. If you play fantasy football, if you, I'm not a better. I don't do any of that. But if I'm not a betting man, but if y'all, if y'all, for those who bet, maybe we can give you a little insight of what we think and who's going to win this Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. When we get to a team, drop your comments in the comment section. We'll pull it up. We'll debate. We'll argue. We'll go through it. But right now, I'm about to just go on. The injury bug is plaguing the league right now. The injury bug is plaguing the league. So I'm just read off a couple notable players that's out. So we got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, both out. Jordan Love, he is playing this week. George Kittle is also playing. David Njoku and Trey McBride, tight ends, both out. Deontay Johnson is questionable. Trent Brown's tackle for the Bengals is questionable as of right now. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are both out this week. They are both out.
I have Cooper Kupp on my fantasy team, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, they are both out. For the Texans, we got Tank Dell and Joe Mixon, both questionable. For the Jags, we have both Evan Ingram and Forsyth Aluakon. They're both out. CJ Mosley for the Jets is questionable with a toe injury. Big Jeff, hurt my heart for this one.
Yeah,
doubtful.
That's tough.
Doubtful. I hope he plays because our depth outside of him and T Sweat not
Real
looking
thin.
too good. Real thin. We got Austin Eckler. He is out. Debo is questionable, more than likely to play this week though. Joey Bosa and Joe Alt. Two big players in the trenches for the Chargers. They are both doubtful. Now I think Joey Bosa is out.
Yeah, I think he's out as well.
Yeah, for the Raiders, we got Devontae Adams. He's out. Mad Max Crosby, doubtful.
That's a huge loss right there. I know we got some Raiders family as well, so that's a huge loss for him.
And then we have Tua out, Isaiah Pacheco out. Shout out Pop. This out there, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Right there. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to the Right Cut on the corner of Buena Vista and Mormon's Arm. If you need a fresh cut, make sure you hit up the Right Cut. There you go. And also, we're Alabama fans, so we got a game coming up. Roll Tide for those who watch college football. We're also Bama fans as well, so we got a nice game against Georgia coming up as well. So that's going to be a really fun matchup to watch. 7:00 Eastern time, 6:00 Central time. That's going to be a really good matchup. But we'll go ahead and jump on into it. Not gonna get too long into it, but yeah, we just got some few games that we're going to talk about today, and our predictions as well. And we'll probably just keep up with our record. Let's go head to head, see who's going to come out at the very end of the season, how well you do, Trey, how well I do, and maybe we can figure out who's going to come ahead. But before we do that, make sure you have to go ahead and like and subscribe. We appreciate the love and support. Go ahead and tag anyone who's a football lover. We talk all type of football, Titans football. Like, comment, subscribe, share that to a friend. But we're gonna go ahead and get on into it as well. So our very first game, we have the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Who's your pick, Trey?
Give me the Packers. Jordan Love is back. They look good against the Matt LaFleur made Malik Willis look great against the Titans. So I feel like they're going to destroy the Vikings. Hey, that's chalk it up.
Look, Matt LaFleur, he's competing for Coach of the Year right now, so he's doing a really good job. I think that he has a really good squad. He's got a young core, a young wide receiver group going into Green Bay, Lambeau Field. I mean, good luck. But again, Sam Darnold, he's been looking really good as
He
well.
has.
A comeback player candidate, to be honest with you. So I mean, it's going to be a really good matchup, an NFC matchup for sure. But give me the Green Bay Packers as well. I'm gonna take Green Bay on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And so with our next game, we got Bengals, Panthers, 0-3 Bengals. Shout out to our Bengals family all the way out in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
We support whenever we're not playing, y'all.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give y'all a little love today because I'm rolling with the Bengals on this one, getting their first win against the Carolina Panthers, even though we're missing that left tackle, I believe, and Trent Brown, I believe.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's going to be a huge loss. But again, you got Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow back there. You have a new running back in Zach Moss, which I mean, a lot of people were not really key on him, but I mean, we've seen him in the AFC South with Indianapolis Colts. We've seen what he could do, and so I'm giving me the Bengals on this one.
Give me the Bengals also getting their first win against the Panthers. Andy Dalton has been looking good with the Panthers, but I feel like the Bengals just wanted more. I feel
it's
like
about that time to get that first win.
It's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time for the Bengals to go ahead and just get that first win, so they can start rolling downhill with it.
Absolutely. And then we got our next game coming up as well. We have the Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Man, AFC matchup, AFC South matchup. We're going for the Jaguars. Duval. Like Pat McAfee said, not today. Go ahead and give me Houston Texans to go ahead and get this win. It's just too much of an ass. Houston is on a roll. CJ Stroud and company with Nico Collins. You got Stephon Diggs. You have Tank Dell. You have mix. I mean, it's just and the defense as well. So it's just too much of an ask. 1-3. I predict the Jaguars are going to go. So give me Houston Texans on this one.
Yeah, give me the Texans as well. Although I want the Jags to win this one. I do. Yeah. I really do want the Jags. I'm going for the Jags, but realistically speaking, the Texans are coming away with the dub with this one. Hey, take the Texans spread. I think it's right now 5.5. Oh, yeah. Over all day.
Go over.
over.
And then we got the Broncos at the Jets. Tough matchup, but for me, go ahead and give me the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's catching his stride. You got a nice solid defense. Sauce Gardner, Big Q from Bama, plugging up that middle. And I think Mosley's coming back as well as that middle linebacker position. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he is. He's questionable right now, but he should play. But also give me the Jets. They're starting to click. Braylon Allen. Hey, put him for 2 touchdowns scored. That's my hot take for this game.
2 touchdowns.
Braylon Allen, 2 touchdowns. Allen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did work when he played against us. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns playing against us. A lot of people were a lot down on him because I think he said that he didn't run the 40-yard dash, and that's why he got picked in the 4th round. But I mean, we can see he's a first-round caliber type of player, strong. Strong as an ox, to be honest with you. So. Give me the Jets going in, and it's just too much of an ask for Bo Nix to come in to Jets. It's just too much for him. So go ahead and give me the Jets as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our next game coming up. We have Washington Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals. Who you got, Trey?
Give me the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals. I know Jaden Daniels was looking good, but I think Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., Marvin Harrison might have over 80, 90 yards this week. I'm calling it. Marvin Harrison might have 80 yards, about 10 receptions on 14 targets. I think Marvin Harrison is going to have a day. Also, James Conner is going to produce very well against the Washington defense. Their front's not the strongest, but they're not to sleep on now. They do have 2 good edge rushers, but outside of that, I'm not too scared of them. So give Me, the Cardinals. Who you going with?
Yeah, the Cardinals, man, they're definitely doing something with Marvin Harrison. I have him on my fantasy as well, so I hope he does well. But not so fast. Go ahead and give me the Commanders to win this one. I believe in Jay
Ooh.
Daniels and what he can do. We saw that game against the Bengals. I'm sorry, Bengals fans and family. I know that's a hurt loss that y'all experiencing right now, but right now I'm believing in Jaden Daniels. I'm believing in Scary Terry as well to go ahead and get the job done at Arizona. Our next game, Chiefs, Chargers. Do we gotta talk about this? I mean, do we almost like a next? Uh, Go ahead and give me the Chiefs. Again, don't get me wrong, the Chargers are playing well. Harbaugh has definitely rallied this team. But again, we're talking about the defending Super Bowl champs. Even
Yeah.
Travis Kelce hasn't really been doing much, and they still have been winning games. You know, that just shows
Mhm.
you how well this coach team can really do against all these other football teams. So that's my pick, Kansas City. What about you, Trey?
Hey, Curious George about to have about 3 sacks. Oh, George Karlaftis going against the Chargers backup right tackle. Give me George Karlaftis. He's about to have a day. So Justin Herbert's not going to get pressured all day. You got Chris Jones coming up the middle. George Karlaftis coming off the edge. It's going to be tough. And we got Trent McDuffie on Lab McConkey. So Justin Herbert's number one target is probably about to be strapped all day. So this one was easy. Give me the Chiefs.
Okay. I agree with that. Our next game, we got LA against the Bears. My pick, I'm going with the Bears on this one. I think Caleb
Mhm.
Williams is starting to catch his stride. That very first game, everyone was kind of like, I don't know about this. He had less than 100 yards passing, but they got the win. The defense kept them in the game, as we saw against the
Yeah.
Titans. They had a punt block, they had a pick six, they had multiple stops. That defense is going to definitely keep them in the game, but I think Caleb Williams has definitely found his stride. And again, with the injuries that LA has on their offensive side, no Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nakua, it's going to be a hard task to go ahead and defeat the Bears, especially at Chicago.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the Bears as well. As well. Wow. Speaking of as well, Tutu Atwell is not going to take you to the promised land if you're trying to pass the ball for the Rams. that's where I got the as well. Yeah. So Tutu Atwell is not the answer. No Puka, no Cooper. So Kyron Williams, he's going to have to produce a little too much more than he can. So the passing game is going to be inadequate for the Rams to be able to sustain the Bears defense because they do have a great defense.
Yeah, absolutely on that one. Our next game, we got the Steelers at the Colts. Who you got?
As of right now, Colts are underdogs. Give me the Colts. Even though I don't want them to win, I like the Colts in this situation. I feel like Anthony Richardson finally starts to click a little bit. Him and Michael Pittman finally go get that connection because I picked Michael Pittman in my fantasy, and I'm tired of him getting me 5 points. that was one of my sleeper picks. So Michael Pittman, I'm gonna need you to have a good little day if y'all go pour this dub out. So I'm going with the Colts underdogs. Give them to me.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I got the Steelers on this one. Even though it's at Indianapolis, the way the Steelers been playing 3-0 right now, you have Fields back there, quarterback. He's winning. They've got a spark. They got something going on in the Steelers, and you can't really just count them out at all when it comes to any NFL season. I mean, we play down on them every single year, but they show us time and time after again that they can get to the playoffs. So I got the Steelers to go ahead, go into Indianapolis, get the win, and I need the Steelers to win. That way we can stay in this AFC South race as well. So I'm giving me the Steelers to go ahead and get this dub. Eagles, Bucks, really good game. I'll start this one off for me. I was going back and forth between the two. You got AJ Brown hamstring injury. I think Devontae Smith, he's not playing as
Concussion.
well. Concussion protocol. So again, you're looking at not a really good, strong receiving core if those two are out. And but Baker Mayfield, he's been playing really well. I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield. We've seen his struggles at the Browns and then the Panthers, and now he's actually found a home at the Bucks. Give me the Bucks to win this one at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. We got some Philadelphia Eagle fans as well, family wise. So on this one, I hate to go against Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you. That's Bama right there. But go ahead and give me the Bucks. Trying to be as unbiased as I can. What's your pick, Trey?
I have to go with the Bucks too. As of right now, they're underdogs. I feel like Mike Evans, he's going to have about two. It's going to be one of them days. He has about 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. I'm calling it now. 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. Put it in the parlay if you want to. But give me the Bucks winning this game. I don't think who they have. Zach. I forgot his name, but
don't ask
Zach
me. I don't know how
to Zach something for the Eagles. If you're an Eagles fan, comment his name in the chat. But like Zacchaeus Mose, something like that, and maybe Jahan Dotson or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough if you don't have Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. You don't have the firepower on offense. Yes, you have Saquon Barkley, but wide receiver wise, you have no one to throw to, so give me the Bucks.
Yeah, give Saquon Barkley on that one, so hopefully he can pull it out. For our next game, we got the Saints at the Falcons on this one. Tough game right here. I'll let you start off with this one. Who you got?
This is the game to watch. Let me say that now. This is the game to watch. I think I might have to go with the Saints. They're underdogs, so I'm cheering for the underdog story in this one. Alvin Kamara has been producing real nice. Chris Olave has been doing decent, and Derek Carr has been able to get them the ball. But the Falcons, they've been a little shaky week to week. They have their bright spots, but also their lows are very low. So I just have to go with the Saints. They're a little more consistent, so Saints is my pick.
Yeah, man, the Saints, they've been pretty good. They got Sheed out there. That's one of my favorite players on the Saints. Who Dey Nation. But for me, I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one. Kirko Baines right here at quarterback. Kirk Cousins, I think he can lead them to another win. It's just something about that. He's got that it factor. We count Kirk out all the time, and I think he's gonna actually win this game against the Saints. You got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and if they can really just rally, again, it can go either way on this one. So, but give me the Falcons just to go against you. All right, we got our next one. Patriots at the 49ers. I don't need to really say anything else about this one. I see you giving me that look. Go ahead and give me the 49ers. Go ahead and win. And again, Christian McCaffrey's out, but again, who they got replacing him?
Jordan Mason.
He's been cutting up ever since he got into the game. It's like they never miss a step. Now, for those who play fantasy, I hate that y'all had Christian McCaffrey because he's not coming back unless he's 100%. Let's just be honest. He ain't coming back unless he is full, ready to go. But if you're in a fantasy and you picked up that running back Mason, you'll be all right. But going into 49ers with Fred Warner and the defense, give me the 49ers all day long.
Yeah, give me the 49ers as well. This is about to be a little tip trick for fantasy. If you're a fantasy lover and you have Jaquan, what's his name?
Jawan Jennings.
If you have him, trade him now. Debo is about to come back, and Brandon Ayuk, he better play up to this contract. So go ahead and trade Jawan. He had like 42 points last week. Play him this week, but after this week, get him gone. get him gone. Get him gone. That's gonna be great trade value. You can probably trade for a decent little player.
All right, we got the Cleveland Browns against the Raiders right here. Another tough matchup. Again, Devontae Adams is out. Crosby is out as well. But again, Without those two playmakers, you got one big playmaker on offense, one big playmaker on defense. Go ahead and give me the Browns to win this one. I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson and their offense to go ahead and pull it out in a close game against the Raiders to go ahead and get that win.
Raiders. Come on now. I think the Raiders, Jacoby Myers is about to have a great game. He produced well last week. I just think they find a way to sneak a dub past the Browns, and simple as that. I really it's really a toss up in this game. I'm not really sure. Like one team can click before the other team, but I feel like this game is probably going to be low scoring, very defensive, but one turnover can be the result of the game. And I feel like Deshaun Watson has the chance to make that turnover that cost his team the game. So that's why I'm going with the Raiders this week.
Okay, that's a fair pick. I'll take you on that one. Yeah, we got the Buffalo Bills against the Baltimore Ravens. How can I go against the king himself, King Henry? We know what he can do. I think he is at top 5 in rushing yards this season. It's like he hasn't missed a step. I don't know if you saw his diet. I think they put his diet of what he's doing. I think it's like no artificial sugars, no gluten. He's not eating until I think like 4 or 5 p.m. and then he's stopping. I mean, the diet is just kind of, he's taking care of his body. He hasn't missed a step. Lamar Jackson, King Henry at Baltimore. Go ahead and give me Baltimore. Again, Buffalo, Josh Allen, he's leading that team. We thought that they were going to have a little bit of dip because they lost Stephon Diggs. They lost Gabe Davis on the offensive side of the ball. And so we're kind of figuring out, like, can he lead this team? And he looks like he's showing that he can. But I think Baltimore is going to find a way to win. And again, give me the king himself, King Henry, and the Baltimore Ravens to go ahead and pull this win out.
I think this game is a blowout. Baltimore. I think Baltimore is blowing out the Bills. I don't think the Bills might not score more than 10 points this game.
Oh wow, that's a hot take.
that's my hot take for this game. The Bills might not score no more than 10 points. You have Keon Coleman that's not been producing as much as you want him to as of far, but James Cook versus the Ravens defensive line. I want to take the Ravens defensive line, and that's Justin Madubuike, dog. Like you're not running up the middle. You better try to get the edge. And Calvin Noy, maybe. I think that's their edge rusher, maybe.
Yeah.
I
believe so. I have to look that up.
Yeah. But I feel like they're just not going to be able to push the ball down the field against the Ravens. And so blowout Ravens. Chalk it up.
All right, we got our next game coming up. Seahawks at the Lions. My boss is actually a Seahawks fan. I think this is going to be a really close matchup. This is a Monday Night Football game as well. Seahawks against the Lions. Geno Smith has been playing really well. You got DK Metcalf and company who's really leading that offense down the field. And then you got an explosive Lions offense as well, and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamo Williams. He's been out of this world right now. You got Gibbs as well, who can come in and provide that relief with Montgomery. So right now, this is a toss-up for me. This is probably going to be the hardest pick, but I'm going to go with the Seahawks so my boss doesn't get mad at me when I come back to work on Monday or Tuesday, rather. So give me the Seahawks to go ahead and win this game at Detroit.
Give me Mr. 6.5 sacks. Give me the Lions and Aiden Hutchinson. Mr. 6.5 sacks. He's going to have 6.5 more this game. No, I'm just playing. He's not going to have 6.5. He might get you 2 this game. But I feel like the Lions are going to be able to pull this out. Amon is going to have a great day. Jared Goff, you can't count him out. They have 2 great backs in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Sam Laporta on the offense at tight end. They just have so much firepower. I don't think they don't have the Legend of Boom anymore. So So I don't think the Seahawks would be able to keep up with the Lions offense.
Yeah, that Legion of Boom will always go down. It's probably one of the best defense in the NFL for sure. And then our last game that we're going to cover, the Tennessee Titans against the Miami Dolphins. Go ahead and give me, before I go ahead and say my pick, because it may surprise you, make sure you go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, share this video, tell someone about this video, even if they're not Titans fans and football lovers out there. We want to make sure, even if you have a podcast, go ahead and put your podcast down here as well. We definitely want to make sure we show some love, give as many shout outs as possible. We're just here to spread that love for sure. And Pop, go ahead. What's up, fellas? He's excited about what y'all are doing. Thank you. Appreciate you, Big Daddy. That's our dad right there. This is our third podcast for people who are just tuning in with us for the very first time. But we're wanting to bring you as much news as possible. We want to keep this train rolling for sure. And we appreciate all the love and support. So yeah, go ahead and comment, subscribe. But to go ahead and answer that question, give me the Tennessee Titans to go ahead and win this game against the Dolphins. We are playing a third string quarterback. And again, it's not a backup quarterback, though. It's not a backup quarterback. Backup means two, but we're playing a third string. So I think I like our chances on this one to go ahead and get this win. Again, we got our keys to the game. If you want to see our keys to the game, how the Titans can win against the Dolphins, go ahead and check out our last video. But go ahead and give me the Tennessee Titans, even though that we may be missing big Jeff Simmons. This is going to be a big game for L'Jarius Sneed and the backfield as well. I think Will Levis, he's gonna come in. I think you had a hot take as well that you're going to go ahead and Will Levis is going to come in and just own the Dolphins throughout the whole entire career. This is Will Levis' last stand. Potentially, he has to play mistake-free football. Appreciate the comment. Two Tone Blue Studios. Yeah, Will Levis definitely has to play mistake-free football. Now, again, I don't think it's his last chance. And it may be, I may be completely wrong because we got a young quarterback. I mean, again, we've seen quarterbacks come in and they just took off. We've had CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels. Those are two examples, but we've also seen quarterbacks struggle. We've seen Andy Dalton. We've seen Bryce Young kind of struggle when they first came into the league, but now you see Andy Dalton, he's leading that Panthers. Maybe it just takes a little bit of time to get where we want to be and where we need to be. But if he can play mistake-free football, I do like our chances of winning. My key, again, you got to keep Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle on the bench, make sure that they don't get into a rhythm. And again, this is third string quarterback. What do you expect? It's going to be really quick passes. It's going to be handoff here because the Dolphins, they can run. And remember, we are missing big Jeff Simmons. So it's going to be a really good battle for our front defensive line and those linebackers as well. But yeah, he definitely has to play mistake-free football. That's going to be my pick. Tennessee Titans will go into Miami Dolphins, and I expect us to win by about 10 points on this one to get our first win to head into the bye. Trey, what's your take?
Give me the Titans as well. And I wanted to pull up this comment. Will Levis has all season to show that he's our future. I don't think this is the last chance to play mistake-free football. He has all season to show us that he deserves the starting spot for the next 10, 15 years if he wants it. So he has all season. But given the Titans, I think we're going to be able to pull it out. Back to our keys. Don't let Devon Achane get outside. Keep Jalen Waddle on the bench. Keep Tyreek Hill on the bench. And don't let anything deep. Don't allow the big play. Don't allow an 80-yard bomb. Make Snoop Huntley work his way down the field. 20-play drives every time. I want our defense to get cold pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I agree with that.
We have two people saying they're going for the Titans. Pop, old Big Daddy. And then we have old Coach Slaughter. Shout out Slaughter.
Coach Slaughter.
From the Bordeaux Eagles. Shout out to Bordeaux Eagles.
Bordeaux Eagles. Used to play football there at Bordeaux. So shout out to Coach Slaughter. He said he has the Titans as well. I'm going with the Titans. If Will Levis keeps losing games, they will bench him. That's a possibility. It is a possibility. I'm not ruling that out. I would say if I was the coach, let Will Levis play this whole season. I was one that said that maybe we should bench him if he doesn't produce, but maybe this is our year to see, evaluate. Okay, give him all season. If it doesn't work out, maybe we need to look at the draft, because if he makes mistake after mistake, but it's the same mistake over and over again, yeah, maybe we need to go ahead and reevaluate and maybe keep him on the team. Maybe he needs a little bit more learning, a little bit more coaching, and know when to make a play, but also know when to take that sack. But again, all of it's not his fault. Offensive line, we talked about that, given the pass protection and the blocking, he can throw that ball down the field. But it's just when he's trying to go too much, he's trying to do too much, go over and beyond. I think that's where he makes his mistakes at. But then that's where that pocket collapses. But again, I think that you just give him the whole season to progress, see where he can go, and just evaluate him game after game to see if we can go ahead and move forward with him. So that's going to be my take on it.
Yeah, there's no benefit to benching Will Levis. You either get to learn if he's the franchise quarterback or we have the first overall pick.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Mason Rudolph is not about to take us to the promised land. He's not about to take us to the playoffs. He's the best backup quarterback. So if you need him to play 3 games, he'll win you 2 of them. But he's not about to get you through a season and take us to the playoffs, because that's what Titans fans want. But keeping Will Levis is either shows us he is the quarterback of the future, or we have the first overall draft pick and we're restarting the process all the way over again.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, those are our picks for this upcoming Sunday and Monday night games. Let us know what you think about. Put it in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We appreciate everything as well. Shout out to all those who have subscribed thus far. Again, we're at 21 followers. We may do a little raffle and when we get to 50 subscribers, so make sure you share. Those who subscribe, I may just throw in a little Titans gear, maybe some type of football. Who knows? We'll do a little random drawing or whatever, and we'll figure that out. But make sure you just let everybody know about this. So hopefully we'll get to win. Tennessee Titans play the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football, and we're going to end it right here. I know we got Bama playing Georgia, so we're definitely going to go watch that game. So roll Tide. Any last words, Trey?
Roll Tide, roll. That's it. That's it. That's it.
He said that's it. But yeah, appreciate everyone. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's it on the Right Titans podcast. Again, I'm your host, Jay Maul.
Trigger Trey.
That's it. We are out. Y'all have a good one.
I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up, way. Know my way, know my feng shui. I get to it first, I got you mad. I get that when I get to it last.